already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys here with your host DB and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing very wonderful, Billy. Lot happened. Lot happened since we last met. Namely, Penn State and Notre Dame playing each other in the semifinal of the college football playoff, as of course my fandom had envisioned. And I know that I said on this program I was going to root for Notre Dame if they were to play each other. I did talk to some Penn State fans in Columbus over the weekend, and with Columbus being Columbus, Ohio State territory, and the fandom of Penn State with my friends being as influential as it is, dare I say I've turned to the dark side. Drew Aller, Nick Singleton, Kaytron Allen, and all the rest, that powerful defensive line and that dominant secondary is going to take care of Notre Dame. Said no one.
Oh. Here it is. Fuck yeah. Shit.
Cheer, cheer for old Notre Dame. Light up the echoes cheering her name. Send off all ye prayers on high. Wake up for Notre Dame. Hoorah, rah.
Damn.
Notre Dame by a fucking million. Singleton doesn't have a chance. Kaytron Allen, not a chance. Drew Aller, Tyler Warren, doesn't matter. Notre Dame by a billion and on to the natty. Fella.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Your headphone fell out.
I know. I'm going to pick it up here in a minute. All right. I'll pick it up as we get into news. You're fine.
But no, very good. It's a very intense. Where me and Trevor are from, there's a lot of Notre Dame fans. There's a lot of Penn State fans. And we'll be clashing on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. A rivalry renewed. Last time they met, Penn State, they kicked Notre Dame's ass pretty good in Happy Valley, 2007. I was a youngin', so needless to say, I've been looking forward to this for a long, long time.
Yeah. No.
Revenge is a dish best served Irish, Billy.
Yes. Yeah. But no, I'm happy to be back, and we're happy that we got that game Thursday, and we got the Steelers and Ravens Saturday. But a lot of news to unpack here. After probably one of the worst records in the NFL in 2024, Giants are keeping their head coach, general manager Brian Daboll, and Joe Schoen. I hope I didn't fuck his name up, but will return.
Schoen. I don't know.
Schoen.
He didn't really show up in his job, so we don't really have to get his name
right. Right. He'll return to New York, and they will return to New York in 2025. Co-owner John Mara wanted to release this statement early, so there wasn't any speculation. Are we shocked that they're coming back, Trevor? And what are our feelings here?
Oh, so yeah, you said GM and coach both coming back. I heard the GM was coming back. Daboll as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I'm glad, Daboll still has a chance at an NFL head coaching job, because I think he is a good coach. He's just been dealt the worst possible hand imaginable.
Correct.
With one of the most overrated, and well, in terms of pay, one of the most overrated quarterbacks of our generation, Dan Jones, for a long time. Now you're saddled up with the likes of Drew Lock, and I don't even know who they're back at. That Tracy guy. And they don't have a receiver. They don't have an offensive weapon other than Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
So, but at least you have a core, a little bit of one. But you have Malik Neighbors. That's basically what you have on offense. Now you got to line the offensive line a little bit, and get Daboll working in his wheelhouse. He's an offensive guy, so let him work on the offense a little bit, get that up to speed. And if your defense can be okay, maybe you'll get to maybe you'll get some decent growth heading into next season. As of now, I think they have the 4th or 5th pick. I can look that up as you're talking, but
I think they might. God damn it. Yeah, I don't have that.
No, I
think it's at least a top 4 pick. I would say Trevor. Jesus.
They're third. Pats are fourth.
Yeah, that win fucked them a little bit, but not the win, but yeah. Well, no, they did win. They did win, right? Patriots beat the Bengals. I'm so fucked up.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you're kind of dealing with a flu right now.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they beat the Bills. Beat the Bills some way somehow.
And
well,
Patriots,
Trubisky was starting. That's how.
Jesus Christ, dumpster fire. But no, and we'll get into that news as well. I think it's bullshit, and it's going to be a nice conversation about Mayo's departure. But also, we have another departure. Jacksonville Jaguars fire Doug Peterson following a 4-13 season. Shad Khan is not happy with the production this season, Trevor. He said, I think mid-season he wants to win, and they did not get that. So Doug Peterson get another coaching job. I like him as a coach. I do. I don't know.
Too. I mean, I don't really know what went wrong there. Theoretically, you have. Well, I know what went wrong. They disrespected the terrible towel and fell victim to the curse. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But you got your franchise quarterback. You got some offensive weapons there. I mean, yeah, you lost Calvin Ridley, but you figure you have a guy that's tailored to the Jaguars system right now, but their stars just did not produce at all. Mm-hmm. At all. And I don't know how banged up the Jaguars were this year, but here's the thing. It's the NFL. Everybody gets banged up. Next man up. That's how this goes.
Right.
I know they weren't as banged up as the 49ers. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's another conversation that we can have later in this show. But, yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars, easily one of the biggest disappointments in the NFL this season. I'd probably put them right up there, perhaps with the Browns. Mm-hmm. I guess the Raiders are up there, but, yeah, Jets too. I'd probably put those like 1, 2, and 3, not in any particular order in terms of the biggest disappointments in the NFL this season. Maybe the Titans too, because Will Levis was just god awful.
Fucking Mayo coffee drinking motherfucker.
Oh, I know. I mean, that whole AFC South, man. It's just it's a dumpster fire of shit on top of a dumpster fire of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And somebody had to win it. Texans won it. Great.
Yeah. And CJ, yeah. But we'll get further into it. But no. We wish Doug Peterson good luck, but his time in Duval County is up. Also, I picked all these articles, Trevor, and I picked the hardest names. The defense coordinator for the Bengals, I'm going to fuck his name up probably, but Lou Anarumo.
You were close. Anarumo, no S.
Anarumo. He fired as a defense coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals. Ian Rappaport reported. I don't know what the fuck happened there either. It wasn't even injuries. It looked like scheme. They just Burrow's putting up the numbers. They gave us fits on Saturday. I don't know how. We'll get into that later in the show, folks. So don't you worry. But
yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Is there a job for the defense coordinator here? Good old Lou.
I have no earthly idea, my man. Okay. I really don't. I would imagine. That's one I really haven't looked into, but I know Bengals, they've been absolutely horrible pretty much all season long. Very bad against the pass, pretty bad against the run, just giving up a shit ton of points. I mean, I forget what the statistic was at. The Bengals scoring 30-plus points and losing X amount of games, probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So, since actually the Bengals have won 5 straight. They had won 5 straight until they were eliminated by that Broncos win, mm-hmm. which part of that was just Burrow, Chase, and Higgins outscoring everybody.
Insane.
Yeah, and of the Bengals games that I watched this year, defensive communication seemed to be a huge issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have stars, you have good guys at each level, especially with Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson on the defensive line. Mike Hilton on the back end, and Cam Taylor-Britt, who is decent, not great, but decent. But but communication. I've seen so many blown coverages out of that team, whether it was on the back end or just leaving guys wide open in the middle of the field and letting them run for 20 yards after the catch. Yeah, and lack of communication, lack of leadership. Those two things usually causate or correlate with each other. That was definitely the case here. The Bengals, if they had a halfway decent defense, they would have probably been the two. It probably would have won the division. Well, maybe not won the division because of how tightly packed it is with the Ravens, 12-5. But I'd say they'd have one or two more wins, and they'd easily be in a playoff spot, and they'd be in a spot where nobody wants to play them because Joe Burrow can just go off at any moment's notice.
Yeah.
He is that guy. He is that guy in our league right now. And if the Bengals were at 9-8, he'd probably have an MVP.
Yeah.
Or at least be in much more consideration for it along with Jackson and Josh Allen.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So.
No, all fair points. No, good shit, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
But as this, I've dissected this. I've dissected the post-game interview with Mike McDaniel. Is Tyreek Hill's days in Miami numbered? He says he's out in his press conference.
Yeah.
They go to Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel goes, this is secondhand information. I don't know what you're talking about. Shuts himself like a used car salesman. I mean,
that's literally Mike McDaniel in a nutshell for you.
Jesus Christ.
But here's the thing. Tyreek Hill has 2 more years left on his Miami contract and cap hits of around $29 million and then $52 million in the next respective 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to want to take on that contract for a guy that wants out of his own organization? Is getting all the targets in the world. And need I remind you, compared Tua Tagovailoa to Patrick Mahomes, if not for last season's injury, probably would have had 2,000 yards. So he's getting the production at – I don't know what to make of these receivers, man. They're just the cockiest SOBs in the league. Yes. I mean, rightfully so. Yeah, I get it. They want the ball. Absolutely. Anyone would want the ball, but I'm still of the old school mentality and old school offensive mentality. Sometimes you got to block to get the rock. Okay. And I don't see Tyreek Hill blocking anybody out there.
No.
And I don't see him. Well, obviously I see him getting open, making big plays, but as far as his attitude off the field, and do I have to mention the amount of children he's birthed this year?
I think someone did say more children than touchdowns.
It was as of, I don't know, mid-season, maybe like week 10 or 11. Yeah. 5 children birthed this year. Not to a significant other, by the way, just to his what do they call it in the Sopranos? The side piece.
Yes.
I can't remember what they call it in the Sopranos, but
Gumar.
I don't know what they would. I don't know what Tyreek Hill would call it. I would call that he had multiple Gumars.
Yeah,
had children with him.
Yes.
And then 4 touchdown catches at that time as well. That number I would think went up. I haven't seen his final season stats, but it's dicey. And Mike McDaniel is probably not going to give a shit if he leaves either. He is just comes off as the most apathetic guy. He looks like he just smoked a ton of pot right before every interview.
Not there. Just
and well, we've mentioned it, like the haircut and the whole the tan and the whole get up with the sweatpants and the rolled up sweatshirt, skinny as hell. Looks like he doesn't eat. He looks like he's hanging out with today's who's who in Cali.
Yeah.
He wants to be a rock star, right?
Yep.
Well, right now your team is they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. They're far from it. Far from it. Instead of playing in stadiums, they're playing in local hometown bars right now.
Yeah. Planning their trips to Cancun. But also I see the question.
For them.
Yeah.
2-hour flight.
Yeah. I see the question in the comments, Cody. We'll get to that just real quick. If he would have got 1,000 yards, he was 41 yards shy. Would he bitched as much as he's bitching, Trevor, or does that not matter?
I don't think that would have mattered.
Okay.
Yeah, I would imagine that he would have hit an incentive at his contract had he hit the 1,000-yard mark. So maybe it would be less blunt, but I don't know.
Guy's a fucking loose cannon. Is Jalen Ramsey out too? I don't know his current contract.
He is a UFA in 2029. So they got him locked up until 2028. His age 34 season.
Okay.
Yeah. How about
pretty
that?
Old for a cornerback.
Definitely pretty old for a cornerback. And I'm trying to figure out where I can find his stats here. I'm just going to look him up on ESPN real quick. Jalen, if only I could spell Jalen right. Jalen Ramsey. Let's see what the hell he's done this season. 2 picks, 11 passes deflected, 39 solo tackles. Looks like he played every game. He was healthy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine he's going anywhere.
Okay.
Especially with that contract. He's got that decent bit of guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
He recently signed an extension after this year, $72.3 million, 24 of that guaranteed, average annual value of 24.1. So again, that's a situation of who's going to pay the guy when he's 30 plus.
Right. No, they definitely have personalities down there. Jalen has his own.
Yeah. He definitely does. And he's still. Those aren't great stats, especially for what he pegs himself up to be. But
correct.
I don't know. The Dolphins, they're kind of like the Steelers in a way. They're just stuck.
Yep.
They're just stuck. They theoretically have the pieces to succeed. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Ramsey. They've had the pieces on the defensive side of the ball as well, and just can't seem to put a good season together. Mostly because of the quarterback injury problems, and they don't have any depth at that position.
Right.
So.
Right. No, I agree. But also as well, talking about Dolphins here, we got to transition to the Jets-Dolphins game. Aaron Rodgers might have played his final game with the New York Jets. We don't know yet. We'll see what the hell happens. But he did leave history behind during the game. Trevor 500th career touchdown pass. Made sure to grab that shit real quick, secure it. He becomes the 5th player in NFL history to hit the milestone. I watched his documentary. Interesting fucking guy. Who knows what he's doing? I know we've talked about it, but he's a Hall of Famer, right? No questions asked.
Yeah, that's a given. One of the most electric quarterbacks of our generation, made hucking a football 70 yards seem easy. Also, one of the most eccentric personalities that we have in the sports world today. I did not watch that documentary. Was it actually pretty good?
He's out there.
Or is it it's out there? Was it insightful at least, or just do I need to go on acid to watch it? Or
I mean, you can. It probably helped the experience.
Probably helped. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's kind of what he does. Psychedelics of some sort. I can't remember
what no one's talking about. Micah Hyde used to be Bill's great. Was on, I believe, the Dolphins, right? If I'm not mistaken, Micah.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the circle as well, and I'm like, no one's really pointing that out, but that's all right. And
he's in that.
Oh yeah.
Sing Kumbaya in the woods and take psychedelics and take mud baths.
Oh yeah. It's interesting.
Right. But good to know.
Rodgers takes the drink. I don't want to ruin it for everybody if you haven't watched it. But there's one part he drinks that substance and he just goes on this spiel about spirituality. And it's like a 5-minute. I'm like, this guy, he's fucking out there, Trevor. I understand you're trying to find yourself, but holy shit.
Yeah.
And there's no medical, let's say he had a heart attack, had a bad trip. No one's out there. They're in the middle of it looks like the fucking Amazon. The comment in the chat. Yeah.
I probably would too. I just don't have access to them.
But yeah, check it out if you haven't watched yet. If you're a fan, not a fan of him because of some of the outlandish comments he's made, it's actually very insightful. Good watch. But here's a fire that I am pissed off and questioning. Trevor, been heated about it all day when it was released. Jerod Mayo fired by the Patriots after a 4-13 debut season. I didn't think he had enough time. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen some people very surprised about it. I've also seen some people be like, well, yes, he developed Drake May a little bit, kind of threw him into the fire, and he showed some promise, showed flashes, showed the right physical tools and progressed in the right way that you want a rookie quarterback in that situation to do. But at the same time, the defense was just awful in comparison to prior years. And you want a continuation of Bill Belichick, right? What's Bill Belichick? Fantastic defense, good complementary football all around. And that was nowhere to be found with the New England Patriots this season. So am I surprised that he only got a year? Belichick's heir apparent? Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but I'm also not terribly surprised in that maybe you want to get an offensive guy in there like a Ben Johnson, or maybe the Detroit defensive coordinator. Maybe you want to get one of those guys in there, or even a Mike Vrabel, bring him back. With the coaching market that's out there right now, I imagine that played a pretty big factor. So I'm not terribly surprised at that. Whether, and I know what you're going to ask me next, is Jerod Mayo going to get a job? I have no clue.
No, I wasn't.
I have no clue.
I see him as a defense assistant, something.
Yeah, like a position coach or like a linebackers coach, something along those. I think he'd be better suited to that. Throwing him right into the fire of being the Patriots head coach right after Belichick, tough.
Big shoes.
Very, And maybe that's what they wanted to just get away from was, okay, we got the guy after Belichick gone now. We don't have to live with that sort of stink that fans are going to hang on to.
Right.
So, he's doing good, but he's not doing as good as Belichick would. That, Patriots fans, I would imagine, as well as NFL fans alike, would see, okay, Mayo's gone now. The experiment didn't work. Let's move on here. Let's go get Ben Johnson. Let's go get Mike Vrabel, and let's get on with the road here. Become the new Patriots, I guess. Have a new quote unquote Patriot way.
Right. There was a quote from Robert Kraft. Interesting guy as well, Trevor. I'm not even going to state all that, but anyways,
he's not in Aaron Rodgers' circle.
Yeah. After the game today, I informed Jerod Mayo that he will not be returning as the head coach of the New England Patriots in 2025. For me personally, this was the hardest decision I've ever made. After seeing that quote, and I've seen it all over Reddit, and I've seen it all over fucking NFL pages, what have you, Instagram, what have you.
Sure.
They're pissed off that he won that game. They wanted him to lose that game. Anything
Too bad.
Okay. For the draft spot.
Yeah. Well, because I know guys that have played college ball, high school ball.
Yeah.
And seen guys interviewed with the NFL. Players don't really care what goes on outside of the locker room and the practice facility and on the field.
No.
They really don't. Other than when it comes time for, say, renegotiations of contracts or trades, movement, money. When it comes to that, yes.
No.
But when it comes to on the field play, they want to win every stinking game. Doesn't matter if they could get a number 1 pick or they'd slide down to the 4. If they win, well, guess what? You go and you beat a division opponent. You carry a little bit of pride with you toward the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those players are after. Well, not just that, but that's one of the things that those players are after. They don't care what happens in the draft. They care about what happens on the field and winning.
Right.
And if you're not there to win every Sunday or Monday or every other day of the week this season, why are you there?
Right. I agree.
Why are you there?
Right. No. But we wish him wish him luck as well, Jerod Mayo. Okay, switching over here. This is going to be an interesting conversation. If you saw my game review, was not happy. I came down.
Yeah.
Listen to Tomlin's press conference. Trevor, your feelings on the Steelers game on Saturday against the Bengals?
God awful.
Very
painful to watch. Very painful. I asked if the friend that I was watching it with in Columbus, I asked him if he had a sewing kit so I could put pins in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just watching the offense absolutely just trip over themselves at every given opportunity was awful. And to kind of, I guess I'll go to the positive, then I'll come back to the negative, because there is a lot of negative to cover with these Steelers over these past several games. The defense did show up.
Yep.
The defense did show up after those first couple drives where Burrow led them right down the field, hit that Ja'Marr Chase touchdown, where we left Trice one-on-one with him that whole drive. Lo and behold, they carved him up. Shocker. You put I think he's a rookie corner on Ja'Marr Chase one-on-one and go single high safety the whole time. What the fuck do you think's going to happen? Same thing happened on that second drive. We bowed up toward the end, and then from then on, we went to 2 high safety looks, and it worked. Because Chase Brown was hurt. They had Khalil Herbert back there. They couldn't run all that efficiently. Sacked Burrow a few times. They showed up. They held him to 19 points. And you figure you hold the team to 19 points, your offense should be able to score 20 plus, right? It's kind of the Steeler way, quote unquote. Hold them under 20. We'll score 20. We'll be fine. You could take that for granted with Ben. You cannot take that for granted with the jigsaw puzzle of quarterbacks that we've had these last several seasons, including Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And I will say, Arthur Smith's play calling, horrible. God, predictable as hell. Predictable as hell. I was laying down on the air mattress that I was about to go to sleep in, calling out plays and being right about them the whole time. I was run to the right. They ran to the right. Run up the middle. Najee would run up the middle for -3 yards.
Right.
Play action pass to Darnell. Play action pass to Darnell.
Yeah.
I was half passed out calling out plays.
Yeah.
As a fan.
As a fan.
What do you think the Bengals are going to do?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So no, that was awful. I didn't want to look at those statistics because they were all around just god awful. They damn near doubled us up in time of possession again. Theme of these past 4 games: time of possession. We don't get the ball a lot. I think Russell Wilson had less than 10 pass attempts heading into the 4th quarter.
Yep.
What is that? What is that? And I know
you're good, buddy.
Can we talk about number 14, please? Can we talk about him right now?
I'm ripping his ass. Oh yeah, but we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just point this out. He had 5 targets, 3 drops, 1 catch for 0 yards. He had 900 yards coming into that game, looking for 100 to get his 1,000, and then perhaps get a nice little bonus on the end of his contract. He had 0 yards. Billy, let me ask you, what did you do? What did you do on Sunday night? What did you do on Sunday? Did you watch that Lions game? Probably
till halftime. Then I got on, but yeah.
Okay. You had as many yards as George Pickens did watching that game.
Nope.
Dustin, if you're watching, you were probably watching Raw last night. You had as many yards as George Pickens did on Saturday.
Yeah.
And his attitude too. Go ahead, rip him. I'm literally going to take everything if I keep talking. So please,
you're good. No, I'll say, and I don't want to be the flock that comes in every time and bitches, and we have a lot to be grateful for. Steelers have brought a lot of joy, but I'll say this, and the camera panned away from it. Freiermuth had to grab Pickens away from talking shit to a fan. I don't know if you saw that. It was brought up in
yes, that's what I was going to get into if I would have kept going, but go ahead.
Tomlin's asked about it in the press conference. He shies it away, says he has no idea what the reporter's talking about. The issue I'm having is the behavior now is affecting his play. There's been reports he's showing up late to games, not on time. He's acting like a jackass. We've seen it documented on the field with the fucking face pull down, and then starting shit with a fan at the Browns game, and now this one with Freiermuth having to stop him. And I don't think he was actually running his routes at full 100. I really don't. On that
I don't
play,
think he's been doing that for the last several weeks. I mean, take that Kansas City play where we're thinking Russ, he threw it in triple coverage. What's he doing? Then you see the replay. George Pickens just runs 10 yards and then just gives up.
He checks up.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You got to go downfield. You got to pull the safety with you, you jackass. Why do you think Russ threw it down the middle to Freiermuth? Because it was going to be a jump ball one-on-one. But no. No, you didn't run your route. You didn't pull the safety off, and lo and behold, it's a pick. Right after it was supposed to be a touchdown, and we got called it back for a hold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He drives me nuts.
It drives me nuts.
Him and those Georgia guys.
And I understand, and I think, and I got to say this to the viewers, if you watch Tomlin's press conference, I think some of those guys are Steeler reporters, and they throw him soft tosses. And I just want fucking time a reporter to ask, what are you doing with the locker room? Or is there any disciplinary action towards players? Or are we just – seriously, he's on the path to being AB, Trevor. I'm telling you right now. If we don't bite this.
I was not on board with that 5 games ago. I'm on board with that now.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a little – I think I said that, 2 or 3 episodes ago, a little early to the get ball game. But now it's – you got to hit the fucking panic button. He is probably the most –
dropping passes, like you said, attitude, tossing his helmet off on the field. Earlier this season, I think it was against the Cowboys, where he dragged the guy down by his face mask at the very end.
Yeah.
I should have been on board with it then. I should have saw the signs. I didn't. And I take responsibility for that. I didn't see this.
But he's the most athletic guy on the field. If he's on the field,
he is. He's a problem. He is a problem in more ways than one.
Yep. Yeah. And I don't want to allude to this either. We've had a tall guy before, and you're wearing I don't want to allude to it because you're wearing Notre Dame, but maybe Claypool. I don't want him to do that because Claypool had all the talent too.
Yeah, he had a bit of an attitude. It's not nearly as pronounced as Pickens. Not nearly as pronounced. He had a flashy season. He was in the right situation with Ben, got plays in the right schemes and in the right sets, and then really just, I don't know, to me, he kind of stopped working hard. And
I just don't want George to get to that point. That's what I'm scared of.
He might already be.
Yeah. Other points real quick. I don't want to stay long-winded on this topic, but I know people are you guys come see us bitch about the team when they're doing bad. So the Steelers are in quarterback purgatory, Trevor. There's calls to Justin Fields coming out. I'm not opposed to that, but Tomlin's not going to go back on his word. People need to understand that. He made the decision.
No, and they said this. Chris Brockman said it on one of Rich Eisen's podcasts. But I think it was the Overreaction Monday one that they do.
Okay.
The Steelers should start Justin Fields over Russell Wilson. It's not going to happen. Get it out of your heads now. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's Tomlin. Since when has Tomlin ever listened to what the fans want?
Never. And
rarely. I mean, sometimes he gives that to us through the results, but when he chooses to do something, he sees it through, for better or for worse. And hell, he might see it through to another one and done playoff year for the Steelers.
Yeah.
That's what it might cost us again.
And that's a true statement in there. Good shit there by the father right there. That is true. They do not want the questions. But anyways, Pittsburgh, and he says this on Saturday night, Trevor. And I wanted to. I grabbed my phone. We came back home that night, and I was sitting there right before I got on PlayStation. I'm watching this, and he goes, "We can't make the routine plays." Okay, then what? Then you got to fucking fix it, Tomlin. Don't just say it like what, he just says shit, Trevor, and then nothing's changed week to week. Like, okay, put it out there.
You're dealing with week 2 issues going into the playoffs.
It drives me nuts.
A couple weeks ago was communication issues on the defense. Yep. Now your best receiver is getting a case of the dropsies, having attitude problems, and you're not making the routine plays routinely.
Yeah. Yep.
This is a week 2, week 3 problem. Yep. This is not a wild card in the playoffs about to go on the road and be a 10-point underdog to the Ravens problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. 2 more points, and then we're going to switch over to your stuff, Trevor.
Those might take 10 minutes, but that's fine.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll try to.
I had a lot of grief built up over these 3 weeks. This is what you see after I don't have my therapy. This is my therapy. This is my sports therapy. This is when I don't have my therapy for the last couple weeks over the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of dealing with all the stress of the holidays, dealing with family and, all kinds of other shit, I had to deal with the Steelers sucking absolute ass.
Right. Right. There's no second to last point. We need to fucking make it a commitment. If we're going to run the ball on the outside, okay, first off, let's not always go to the right. Okay, we can use the left side. I don't know why we forget that there's another fucking side of the field. And to that, if we're doing that, why not have Jalen, who is the more speedy guy, in for those plays and have Najee fucking push it up the middle? I understand Warren can do that, but Najee does not have the speed, Trevor. He cannot get out like Warren.
And this was pointed out to me as well. He lines up so far in the backfield. Christ, he might as well be in fucking Wexford, and then he comes and I hand the ball off to him.
He's in South Hills,
so far back, and then it takes him 10 years to get his feet going, and then lo and behold, he gets hit 1 to 2 yards off the block.
Yeah.
At best, then he has to shed a tackle and potentially buff some guys over to get just 4 yards.
Yeah.
He drives me insane too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether that's coaching telling him to do that. I don't know whether he's just doing that, whether it's a comfort thing for him. Either way, there's the flaws in the Steelers have revealed themselves against these good teams.
Yes. And the stutter step, he just needs to run the goddamn ball. You can bowl over a guy. You're 6'2", fucking what? I mean 230. Like,
yeah, big dude. He's big dude.
Yeah, right. Don't be
big motherfucker. He once torched this team I think it was in a playoff game. He ran for like 150 yards or something. He went nuts.
But last point.
Real quick, if he gets in the open field, great. We don't have the offensive line to get him in the open field 24/7. We just don't.
No. Mm-mm.
So you got to burst through some holes. Yes, you're going to have to bowl some guys over. You're going to have to be physical. Yeah. And I don't know what it is with his slowest molasses initial step. I don't understand.
And to the people,
is it the Liz Frank thing? Is that still lingering?
I'll tell you, the people who are watching the fuck game with me on Saturday, you're all troopers. Trevor, losing my mind. I said, Grandma in the fucking pharmacy section at Walmart could get her vitamin D and check out by the time fucking Notch gets that first step in there. I mean, it's
yeah. And we're talking like 89-year-old grandma that needs a walker, potentially one of those scooters.
Yeah. Okay. And then final point. And then I'm good.
You okay?
Yeah. We really need to stop starting Van Jefferson and have Mike Williams start. This is enough.
Yeah.
He showed he can catch the ball.
Traffic cone.
And he is. I don't know what the fuck he does out there. And people want to say, oh, well, he's in the NFL. I'm going to be honest. It's good he's in the NFL, Trevor, but what the fuck has he done? Jerry, whatever his name is on the Steel Pod, he's had a fucking field day with Mitchell.
Jerry, yeah. Oof.
Get Mike Williams involved on Saturday, or we're losing this fucking game. Point blank.
Yeah, and will Russell Wilson please complete an intermediate throw? Like, for Christ's sake, it's either a 4-yard dump off or you have to huck it to Williams in one-on-one and he has to make a great catch. Same thing with Pickens. Can you complete a fucking intermediate throw? You have guys open. You just gotta throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it takes him, he lines up under center for a lot of his pass plays. If it takes him in the shotgun and he hits intermediate guys, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. But Arthur Smith, his stubborn mustachioed ass, ain't gonna. We're probably gonna run 20 times for about 80 yards next game, and then we're gonna be forced to chuck deep balls again because we're gonna be behind the chains.
Yeah, it was. Run, pass, punt. Run, pass. I mean,
you could make a symphony out of it. Run, pass, punt. Run, pass, punt. Run, pass, punt. Beethoven would be proud, truly.
And you know what? And I got to say this before we go on to your news. I just feel bad for kids that were around our age when Ben was drafted. They have no idea that this Steeler football, Trevor, is garbage.
Yeah,
the product they're putting out. I just feel bad. There's just no fucking stability, and it is what it is. But that's all I have. That's all I have. I'll be back later with debate time.
Okay. Told you I was gonna. It took about 7 minutes.
Yeah, it was good.
Points.
It was good.
I just hang on.
Okay.
Oh. Just needed to take a breath, count to 10 for a second.
Yeah.
And then probably gonna get into what's more likely here, and then get right the fuck fired back up. But
okay.
Yeah, let's get into what's more likely.
All right. Well, I was gonna say we could have a moment of silence for the Steelers season.
No. We'll do that after they lose to the Ravens.
Oh, I'm telling you,
You're 10-point dogs, man.
Be here next Tuesday. Hot. It's gonna be good. But all right, we'll transition over.
Yeah. Get to the cut, please.
Yep. What's more likely with Trevor Dinsmore?
You hit the drop. Good for you.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck. You still hit the drop.
Yeah.
Well, one more thing on the Steelers, and then we'll move off of it, okay? More likely that the Steelers beat the Ravens in the wild card game, or that George Pickens is a Steeler next season? Yeah, I know. I had to do it.
Say the first one again.
More likely that the Steelers beat the Ravens in the wild card game this Saturday, or that Pickens is still a Steeler at the start of next season.
First one.
Beat the wild card, beat the Ravens in the wild card.
Yeah, I have to. I'm too fucking superstitious right now.
I think we're done. I think we're done with Pickens.
Yeah.
I think he might have played his last regular season game in the black and gold.
Jesus.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
But hey, like I've said before, go trade for somebody. There's plenty of good wide receivers on the market this year. Go get a good one. Don't get sink or swim Jefferson. Don't get long ball Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Go get a Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Should have got D-Hop last year. We were in the running for D. I should have got D-Hop last year.
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. Go get T. Higgins. I have to,
He could get you ready in practice because we can't face a fucking physical wide receiver, Trevor. So miles to fucking bring him on.
That'd be good. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't expel as much anger as I thought I would at that first statement there. I guess that counting to 10 and praying that I guess that helped.
Yeah.
But that's it for the Steelers for now.
Yeah.
Right. I think I have another. No, I actually don't have them for the rest of the night. So we're done with the Steelers. We're done. We're DUN done. Goodbye for the night. FanDuel Weekly Special. More likely FanDuel Weekly Special to hit during this wild card weekend. Each team scores 1+ field goal in all 6 of the wild card games, or each team scores 1+ passing touchdowns in all 6 wild card games.
I'm gonna have to go with the field goal.
I was thinking touchdowns actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Russ sneaks one in there. Obviously, Lamar's been fantastic. CJ Stroud's probably gonna get one. And on the NFC side, they're just loaded on the offensive side of the ball. So I gotta imagine the passing touchdowns is gonna hit. And the former on that one plus 470. That was the field goals that you picked, and plus 410 on the passing touchdowns prop for that one. So yeah, I did pick the odds-on favorite a little bit. More likely college football playoff. We're in the semifinals now. More likely college football playoff underdog to win the national championship. And I mean underdogs by this weekend's games, which are Texas and Penn State. And I know last I checked, the Penn State Notre Dame line was 2.5 to Notre Dame. And I can't remember what it was for Ohio State. I think it was around 7 or 8.
Okay.
Toward Ohio State.
Texas or Penn State?
Yeah, more likely to win the whole thing. By the way.
I have to say Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
Damn.
Could Penn State get there? Potentially, Trevor, but win it? I don't know. I don't think Franklin has that in him.
Well, especially if they play Ohio State, yeah.
Yeah, no.
With the way Ohio State's playing, that'd be pretty rough.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty rough.
Will Howard is figuring it out.
So. Yeah. And just an FYI on that spread, Ohio State is favored by 5.5.
Jesus.
And the line moved for Notre Dame back down to 1.5. It's been 1.5. It's been 2.5. It really hasn't gone anywhere else. So basically, pick them.
Okay.
Basically, pick them there. Yeah, I was going to say Texas too. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because if Texas makes it, and if both Texas and Penn State make it to the final, if both underdogs win this weekend, the betting man in me probably going to pick Texas, but obviously I'm going to be rooting hard for Penn State. Texas just finds weird ways to win, no matter what mistakes Quinn Ewers makes, no matter how much they can't get the run game going. But I think Texas is losing this weekend anyways.
Yeah.
Ohio State's just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
You gotta love Dougie.
He's a fuck. Anyways.
And then just a bit of a side note, a little bit of history with that Notre Dame Penn State game. First time an African-American head coach will coach a national championship participating team.
Oh,
whether it's nice. James Franklin or Marcus Freeman.
Very nice.
Nice little tidbit of history for you.
Yeah.
More likely to be the higher total in the Notre Dame Penn State game. I had to have multiple tie-ins to Penn State Notre Dame this weekend.
Okay.
The amount of rushing touchdowns or the deficit in the game. Like I said, a spread 1.5 per ESPN bet to Notre Dame. Notre Dame has 42 rushing touchdowns. They're averaging 3 a game. Penn State has 32 rushing touchdowns in 15 games played. And Notre Dame, going back to them, only Boise State, Army, and Jacksonville State have more rushing touchdowns on the season.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go rushing touchdowns.
Hey, I was thinking that too.
I feel confident in that.
Yeah, it's going to be very much a grind them out type of a game. A lot of old school football, a lot of pro style football.
Yeah,
probably some trickeration with Penn State's offense with Colt Nickey, and a lot of running up the middle, pounding Price, pounding Love up the middle, in that hopefully getting to the second level of that Penn State defense, where they haven't always been the greatest in the run game. Like they got good edge rushers. They got Abdul Carter and Duran and those types of guys. But up the middle, they kind of struggled against the run. That showed against Ohio State. That showed against Oregon. And I think it'll show against Notre Dame as well. So
Hell yeah.
that's where I'm at too. Notre Dame, obviously, they're obviously going to win that game, right? But rushing touchdowns, I'll take that over the deficit.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I'm just worried it's going to be like 13-10 and only like 2 touchdowns are scored.
Yeah, I don't want to have to rip my eyes out. You know what I mean? I want a blockbuster game here.
No, I personally, I think as physical as Penn State is, Georgia is pretty big on the O-line and D-line. And Penn State more has speed guys. I think we can handle speed guys. We just couldn't handle the overwhelming power of the Georgia Bulldogs. Hence, why that game was only 23-10 with their backup quarterback being in.
Right.
And I sent something along those lines to a friend group today who are diehard Penn State fans. I got them going a little bit. I've been getting them going. All you got to do is go anti-Penn State on something, they get pissed off. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And if they're watching, they know who they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Go Irish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Rudy before that game so I can get fired up.
Damn good movie though.
Yeah. Honestly, I just got to watch the last like half hour because that's when he's like really getting killed and like Divine doesn't want him to get in, which is kind of a factual inaccuracy in that movie. Divine actually wanted him to get in and made him dress for that last game, but it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it was 1993, so it's what it is. Moving over to the NBA, actually, getting off of football, little palate cleanser for you. Jimmy Butler has requested a trade from the Heat. Pat Riley said, nah. And Jimmy Butler's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Most likely Jimmy Butler destination post-trade deadline. Memphis, Phoenix, Houston, Golden State, or does he stay with the Heat? Those are the 5 top betting favorites.
I see him on the Suns, Trevor.
See him on the Suns? That's intensifying.
Yeah.
That's intensifying very much, and they're looking to deal Bradley Beal. So that might be
right.
That might be a move that's made there.
Yeah.
You might go to the Heat.
I saw the Warriors were interested, but they want Nikola Vucevic or whatever the hell his name is.
Vucevic?
Yeah, Vucevic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd rather
that'd probably be too much. Yeah.
Jimmy's how do I put this? A strong-minded guy. He wants the goddamn ball. So I don't know how that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would go with Curry, but we'll see.
It's only going to be an issue in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoff Jimmy,
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Sound
it out.
Can barely fucking breathe. I got a blanket. I don't need to.
You're fine. You're fine. So, first episode of Raw on Netflix was last night, and we'll talk more about that holistically in a later segment. But I want to talk about one man in particular, childhood hero to many, including myself. I need to get one of his shirts on his farewell tour, Mr. John Cena.
Hell yeah.
Most likely opponent at his final WrestleMania, because he is entering the Royal Rumble now.
Mm-hmm.
He announced that last night. Probably going to be one of the final guys in there, I would venture to guess, if not for the publicity by itself. But the odds-on favorites that have been put out there, mostly by wrestling pundits and media and wrestling fans, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, or The Field, I guess.
I want The Rock.
I'd like The Rock. I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes.
I think so too. I guess the passing of the torch, maybe.
Yeah. Cena loses at his final WrestleMania, but walks off into the sunset. It would hurt. It would hurt because he hasn't won a singles match in, I don't know what he said, 2,400 days or something like that since 2018. Not as long as Conor McGregor's streak, but still.
Yeah. Jesus.
I'd like to see Cody Rhodes, John Cena. That would make sense. That would probably draw the most money. And well, I don't know if it would draw the most money, but I heard The Rock has a bit of a conflict with, I don't know whether it's Hollywood or one of his brands or something. He might have a conflict during WrestleMania.
Oh boy.
So there's some worry with that, working around his schedule.
Okay.
So might be partially why he turned face last night too.
Very interesting.
Very interesting that he did that. I was taken aback.
Mm-hmm.
Because he came out to the Hollywood Rock theme. Came out with the People's Championship, handed it to his daughters, was shaking hands, kissing babies all around the ring, and then comes in, is like, I acknowledge Roman Reigns. Wait, what?
Yeah. Curveball.
And giving props to Cody Rhodes for carrying the company on his back. I'm like, okay, full face turn. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, good shit.
Which I just hope he keeps the Hollywood Rock theme. I like that.
Oh, I love that song.
Mm-hmm. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I got for What's More Likely, my friend. And on a bit of a mixed emotions note, but moving on, we're going to have All In raise, check, or fold.
10-4. Okay. Oh. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that dog smoking a cigar in the back. Like I said, it gets me every time. Reminds me of Stanley from The Office. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched The Office?
Oh yeah, big fan.
Yeah. You know Stanley then. Stanley. Yeah. That dog in the back with the pipe and the glass reminded me of Stanley a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of news surrounding the Colts this week too. I'm surprised you didn't touch on that in your news segments. So Steichen and what's the GM's name? Ballard sticking around, apparently, according to one Jim Irsay. Talked up the Colts organization like they're better than they actually are right now, but it is what it is. One man that didn't really agree with that and really disagreed, really had a scathing take on the state of the Colts organization is one of their own. Probably, I would argue, other than Peyton Manning, the most famous Colt on the planet right now, for reasons outside of football. One Pat McAfee.
Yes.
Delivered a scathing tweet. It's like 5 or 6 paragraphs long, just outlining the, incompetence surrounding the organization and the contentment with mediocrity and so on and so forth, and the lack of accountability. That was a big item in that tweet of his. Just Google Pat McAfee Colts tweet. You'll find it. You and I both saw it, so it'll take 5 minutes to rattle it off here, so I'm not going to do that. But holistically, Pat McAfee was dead on in his scathing take of the Colts.
All in.
Same. Yeah.
No question. I can't recite it to you, but there's strong points made in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Big thing was lack of accountability on part of the players, not showing up to meetings on time, sleeping in, coming in late to practice, and just nothing, just no repercussions for it, from my understanding.
Richardson shadowed in that.
Oh, yeah. Tapping out. Yeah.
I really think he was the sole guy he was going after in that too, Trevor, but I don't want to speculate, but
No, I got you. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously way more substance than we're letting on here. If you want to go watch Pat McAfee show, he does like a whole 15-minute segment on the state of the Colts organization. Tears a limb from a limb, which essentially forced Jim Irsay to make a statement and say, hey, we're fine here. No, you're not, Jim.
Yeah.
You missed out on the playoffs again. And your franchise quarterback is tapping out of games and not living up to his full potential, on top of the accountability issues on the part of the players.
Yeah.
So you're a pro football team. You got to act like it too.
Yeah. Goddamn right.
Yeah. Imagine if Anthony Richardson acted like a pro this year. Colts might have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Imagine if all those players weren't late to those meetings. Maybe they would have stopped somebody on defense.
Yeah. I agree.
They did not.
No.
But yeah, something to talk about this offseason. What are the Colts going to do? They're in a very, very weird spot. I'd say they're in a similar spot to the Dolphins. They're mid. Like theoretically, they have the talent to put on the field, and the Colts do too. They have some pretty good weapons on the outside. They got Josh Downs came on strong this season, Alec Pierce, a couple other guys as well. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor. So theoretically, you have some pieces to grow off of, but hey, the work ethic, they're just not realizing their potential right now.
No, not at all, Trevor. It's a fucking dumpster fire. Well, it's been for, I'd say after Luck, it's been just fucking just
yeah.
There's
You have a
highs.
generational quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how she goes.
Yeah. Retired too early, but did it for his own.
The health.
Yeah.
Health concerns.
And I get that.
No issue with that.
Yeah.
Going back to college football here. Did you watch the Arizona State Texas game?
Highlights.
You saw the highlights of it?
Yep.
Did you see the potential targeting call? They show that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those that didn't know, it's late in the fourth quarter. Arizona State's trying to get out of their own end. Sam Levitt throws a pass to Melkon Stovall on a 3rd and 15 that was short of the first down, and I forget who it was that came across the field and kind of he led with it. He did lead with his helmet.
Oh yeah.
Made helmet contact, and I don't remember what the initial call on the field was, but obviously it went to review, and it was deemed not targeting, which would have kept the drive going, would have put Arizona State in a position with about a minute left to go and win the game. And they could have avoided that whole overtime fiasco. I mean, they had chances in overtime too. They brought a blitz when Ewers was making all kinds of mistakes in zone. But, still, they could have avoided that altogether had that targeting call been made. So, my opinion, probably yours too, Arizona State got screwed out of the semifinal. Texas shouldn't be playing Ohio State.
All in.
Okay.
And the field goal kicker.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Did see the coach's press conference, Trevor. Thing is, he I think I forget if it was in that game or if it was in the game before. He set a Texas record for field goals made. Jesus.
One of the best NCAA kickers in history. And then lo and behold, boink. Right.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was honestly, that was a fun game to watch though. I love watching that Scatterbo for Arizona State.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
Yeah. Dog.
My God. If you can get a hold of him in the draft, he's not projected very high. He's projected maybe a 2nd or 3rd round guy.
Well, no shit.
Go get him.
I was thinking late first round. Wow. Okay.
I'm guessing he's going to be day 2. Although there's been a lot of movement with the quarterbacks lately, I'm wondering if the running backs are going to be the same.
Yeah.
Cam Ward's now the number 1 guy, quarterback spot, by the way.
Jesus.
And Shadur is falling.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Titans.
I don't know what the Titans are going to do.
Very interesting there.
Maybe go after Cam? I don't know. I mean, recency bias is set in here, but you have guys like CJ Stroud, guys like Bo Nix that have a shit ton of college snaps. Get them in the NFL, and then they tend to do okay. Bo Nix, right?
Stats. That's terrible. That is fucking awful. I love you, but God damn it.
No. We'll leave that to the Titans, buddy. We'll leave that to the Titans.
You're coming in here. The Giants went 4-13, Stas. What the fuck are we
even talking about? Stas, Giants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking.
Well, He's just trying to drag us down to his level of misery right now. Let's not go for it, okay, Billy?
Controllable. Get it tattooed on my
control your
there you are.
Control your heart, control the ticker.
Yep.
Say a prayer. Yeah. Pray to the god of pastrami, Tony Soprano, and the gabagool, and relax.
Gnocchi. Get the fucking gnocchi in there.
Gnocchi.
Yeah.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
There's no G. There is a G, but there is no G.
We're good. Sorry, Stats. I apologize. Just not tonight. Tonight's not.
We already
Saturday.
mentioned earlier, Stats. Go back about 30 minutes, okay? Go back about 30 minutes. You can watch us go nuts. But anyway, kind of in line with the Steelers right now, and really a lot of other teams that don't have franchise quarterbacks at the moment. Mm-hmm. While they're playing franchise quarterbacks, I think they're taken for granted. You know, they come in, year out, put up all these good stats, put up winning numbers, lead teams to the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers did it for years with the Packers, Peyton Manning with the Broncos and the Colts, obviously Big Ben and Terry Bradshaw with the Steelers. But while they're playing, they're taken for granted. It's only in these dark periods in quarterback purgatory, as you like to call it, where we realize franchise quarterbacks are not easy to come by.
I'm all in on that.
Okay. A lot of all ins tonight.
And just to further my point, if you have me on socials, I shared 3 years ago, I believe it was a day or two ago.
Yeah.
Had his last game. A little painful. Painful last game in Heinz Field.
Yes.
I think
we got obliterated by the Chiefs the week after that. Yes.
I needed to be medicated. I was not. That's not how I wanted his career to end. But no, they are taken for granted, Trevor.
You didn't put a $6 million.
Stone Kobe Mint. Then you bet your ass I put half a can in that night. It's been black.
Gotcha. Stick with the Zins, bud. They're not as bad for your teeth. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Stick with the Zins. Stick with the Zins.
Yes. Fuck. That was a good question.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I realize that now more than ever because all we had was Ben for 18 years, really, since I started watching football in 2005.
Yeah.
I didn't see Tommy Maddox. I didn't see Cordell Stewart or hell way back in the 80s, Bubby Brister and Neil O'Donnell. I didn't see those guys. I didn't know what Steeler fans went through.
There's a special place in hell. Oh, sorry. There's a special place in hell for Neil O'Donnell.
Yeah. Thing is, other than that game, he actually had a decent game. Other than the interceptions, he had a decent Super Bowl. But it was just those two back-breaking plays. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep.
Anyways.
It's all right. No, it's all right. It's what? 30 years later? I think we'll be okay.
Still holding on to it.
Okay, but, no, I get it. But now I know what Steeler fans of the 80s and 90s, you know, my family, my dad, I kind of know what these guys went through now. Quarterback purgatory, man. It's not fun.
No, it's terrible.
It's not fun. And Ben, for a long time, covered up a lot of the weaknesses of this team.
Oh.
Including in Tomlin's, especially in Tomlin's days. And now those weaknesses are revealing themselves when we play good teams. Or when we get into December and January. So.
Hold on here. Stats. We can't go further with the show. Look up the clip when he pump faked himself out of his feet. Okay? You tell me he's a franchise guy. Anyways, keep going.
You had to respond to Stats, didn't you?
I was wrong. He was my boy.
No, hey, I hands to the sky. I was wrong too. After the first year when he was making all those plays in the fourth quarter, I'm like, okay, we might have something here. And then what happened.
Second coming of Jesus Christ. Yep.
Yeah, you said that many times on this show last year. I think you said that probably about 10 times a week. I'd have to go back and watch them all.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can audio search Second Coming of Jesus Christ in all these episodes. I wonder if there's a way.
Find it.
Yeah, plenty of times. Plenty.
Yeah.
We might have to set a betting line on that.
Yeah, I keep interrupting you. I apologize. Jesus.
Oh no problem, no problem. Going back to something a little bit more positive now. After we talked about the Steelers again. Said we weren't going to do it, and we did it.
Yep.
Whatever. Netflix is the best thing to ever happen to WWE programming.
Major deal.
Mm-hmm.
$5 billion. What I think.
I forget how many years. I think it's
10
like
years.
10 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's smart all around. They benefit. We've been WWE Universe benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they said it. John said it in his speech. We got people from South Korea all the way to California watching now. It's like,
yes.
No shit. I mean, that's big time. Paul Levesque, he's the fucking guy. He did it. He did it.
And not only that opening package where they were using like all the wrestling terms, face, heel, shoot, work, all that stuff, they're not hiding it anymore. No. They weren't really hiding it before, but especially now. And dare I say, how refreshing it was to hear unbleeped chants from the crowd?
It was awesome.
I half expected when the crowd in tribal, right before the tribal combat, when they were chanting "fuck you, Solo," I leapt out of my seat. I'm like, this would have been bleeped. Bleeped. The holy shit.
Yeah,
that would have been bleeped on Fox or USA or
all day.
Oh, no. It was so refreshing. And yes, it was a stacked card. You had The Rock, you had Roman Reigns, you had John Cena. The Undertaker came out and did the fist thing with Rhea Ripley. I mean, come on.
He went back to American Badass. She didn't get it. She didn't understand. I went right back to when Limp Bizkit, I think it was 2002, when he came out.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Holy shit.
The fucking, the chopper.
And he had those padded gloves on. I'm like, this is my childhood here. I know we have the what the fuck is it? Yeah, the Undertaker theme, but American Badass, that character is fucking awesome. He didn't take no shit.
Oh man, not his best in ring days during that time period, but I would say his character work that's underrated because of how great the rest of his career was as the Undertaker, the Prince of Darkness, the leader of the Ministry, stuff. But.
And Kid Rock has the theme song coming out, Trevor. I'm like, crack a beer right now. Like, I was hyped. That was good shit.
Well, not only that, they didn't have to bleep out the words to his song anymore.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know. That's like a huge thing for me. It's not that I like encourage swearing, but I encourage like authentic reactions to the greatness you're witnessing in front of you, And if that provokes you to say "fuck you, Solo" or "holy shit," so be it. That should be put out there. The world should hear that, and the world heard that on Monday night.
Goddamn right.
It was beautiful.
I agree.
Beautiful.
I got goosebumps when Hulk Hogan came out. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. That was really the only bad part of the show.
He got booed. I was very pissed off.
Yeah. Oh, you know why.
Yeah.
You know why.
Everybody knows. Yeah.
They were in Kamala's state, California.
I'm like, I just want everybody, and I almost did a review, but I didn't. I kept it.
I get it. I get it.
Say, every fucking thing you see nowadays is on this guy's shoulders. From Andre to passing the torch to him.
I get that. I get that, but outside, I will say this on Hulk Hogan. Outside of wrestling,
he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's not that good of a guy.
No, I'm not gonna.
I mean, the racist rants and the misogyny and
scandal. Yeah, the sex scandal.
Yeah, a lot of the sex scandal.
Son with the DUI.
Christ, the steroid scandal, and even in wrestling too, when he had creative control and all that good stuff in WCW, and supposedly wasn't like a huge locker room leader at times, and I don't know. I'm not saying anything that people shouldn't already know about Hulk Hogan. Controversial figure, but yes, pioneered the WWE to where it is today. Yeah, I popped for it. I'm like, holy shit, it's Hulk Hogan. And then his promo starts and the crowd kind of settles down and then people start booing. I'm like, why the fuck are they? Oh, okay. I know why.
I had her turn it up. I said, wait, hold on. There's no way they're booing.
They're booing. Oh, very mixed. It was more mixed than a Let's Go Cena. Cena sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that was really the only downside of the show. All the matches were great. And I'm glad that Punk Rollins main evented as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad that got the nod because
it deserved match.
Oh, it deserved it.
Yeah.
Stas.
We're just gonna leave that. We're just gonna not even gonna touch that because if I say that,
yeah,
we're good there. We are not.
It's all right.
We are a inclusive podcast.
Yes. Our DEI department is up and running, and waiting to put on some inclusive events for you. I think we're gonna boycott Columbus Day.
Whoa!
Do a protest of
Sopranos.
I just watched that episode yesterday. That's
very good. Very good.
It's a good one.
I
actually turned. Go ahead.
Christopher Columbus Italian? I believe he was. They're trying to take away our day. They're trying to take away an Italian.
Furio didn't like him though. He's from North Italy, the rich people. Anyway, keep commenting because we get good content out of that. But moving on with our segments here. A little bit of a spin on a scale of 1 to 10. Are they fucked? It is New Year's, and hopefully everyone's made their New Year's resolutions and sticking to them for 2025. So we're going to do something to tie into that. On a scale of 1 to 10, will they fulfill their New Year's resolution? I think is what I called it. Whatever you typed in on the banner.
Oh, yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, will their New Year's resolution come true?
That's what it is. Okay, holy shit.
You're good. You're good.
My brain up there, Trevor. Jesus.
No, I texted you one thing and then I said another thing, but another one of those one-timers. Let's go. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I still have fucked it. You guys get the point. I'll make it.
Yeah, it's fine. He didn't have time to change the. He didn't have the time to change the picture there, but he changed the banner. It's fine. It's all good.
I'm just releasing. I'm really happy people are commenting. If you guys can do this, I know it might seem like you're interrupting us, but I really do. It makes the show more fun. It really does. I love hearing.
I forgot Steve Bono was a Steeler.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway. On a scale of 1 to 10, will their New Year's resolution come true? 1, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for the Oklahoma City Thunder and his MVP bid.
Ooh.
I want to say he's minus 150, 155, somewhere in that neighborhood right now.
If we're there.
And to give you some numbers, third in points in the league, 31.3. And he's also averaging 5.6 rebounds, 6.1 assists, shooting 52% from the field. And that includes 36% from three-point land.
It's sticking with an 8. I'm good there.
Okay.
Just January, still some time.
I get that. Yeah, totally. Forget who else. Well, obviously, I think it's him and Jokic at the moment, which Jokic is still doing everything.
Yeah.
And there might be some bias to, people say there was a little bit of bias to get the MVP off of Jokic when they gave it to Embiid. There might be some of that to go towards Shea. I'll stick with a 7 though. I'll stick with a 7.
Yeah.
I think he's got a good chance. Still early. Still very early in the season.
Yes.
Well, not very early, about halfway through. Which tomorrow night, Thunder and Cavs, 2 best teams in the NBA going at it. Thunder are 30-5 on the season. Cavaliers 31-4.
You know what? I might actually watch it.
Yeah, that might be the first NBA game that I watch this season.
Say, it will be.
No, actually, I did watch the Christmas Day Sixer game. I think I watched that when they beat the Celtics.
Yes.
Yeah, that was very fun.
Stick it to the Boston. Yep.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. And Shea, for his money, third, like I said, third in the league in points. Only Jokic and Giannis are ahead of him. Giannis is averaging 31.6 on the season. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And holy shit, Jokic has a 47% 3-point percentage.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'll stick with a 7, but that might change. Anyway. We're going to talk about your Lakers for a second.
Yeah, jeez.
Can we?
Yeah, we can. It's just every time someone brings them up, it's like, fuck.
And I get it. I assume you saw the whole thing with Charles Barkley and, response back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So currently, the Los Angeles Lakers are I think they're in the 5 spot. Yeah, they're in the 5 spot in the Western Conference. Only the Dallas Mavericks are behind them before you get to the play-in spots. They're a half game ahead of Dallas, and currently 7-3 in their last 10 games. So they're doing pretty good.
Around.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, will his New Year's resolution come true? JJ Redick taking the Lakers deep into the playoffs. 6. I was gonna say that I was at a 5 or a 6. I think they'll peter out.
I look at Lakers games as celebrity hangouts now. It's just an arena. Famous people come just to hang out. It's just
it's literally like Raw last night. After every commercial break, you have to pan to a celebrity.
Yep. Oh, here's another celebrity here to watch a shit basketball. Another celebrity shit basketball.
Yeah.
It's good they won 7-3. I told you after LeBron got signed, it's very hard to watch.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Kobe's better than LeBron, and Michael is the greatest of all time. So all you fucking doubters, put it in the comments. That's where I'm at. I can't say I don't like it. I don't like it.
I get it.
He turns into the front office.
Yeah.
He's not Jackie Moon. Okay.
Player, owner, coach. Jackie Moon.
There's only one Jackie Moon. That's it.
Yeah. Baby, who wants to love me sexy?
And on fucking Apple Music. It gets thrown across once in a while, and it's like, all right, I haven't heard this in a while.
Did he actually record that song?
Oh yeah.
And put it out there? Yeah.
Oh, you can get it on Spotify, yeah. Oh yeah. Apple Music. Yeah.
I'll have to, you know what? I'm gonna look that up right now.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
Love Me Sexy.
Yeah, I'm looking. Give me a second.
No.
Does it come up as artist Jackie Moon?
Let me look here.
No, I'm looking.
Yeah, Jackie Moon.
Let's see. Yeah, Love Me Sexy song. Oh, Boats and Hose is also on here.
Yep.
Nice. I love to see it. But yeah, I'll say a 5 for Mr. Redick.
Okay.
So Zeke Elliott, now off the Cowboys, signed with the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
What's his playoff impact going to be on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, you got Kyron Williams, right? Or no, Kyron's not on the. He's on the.
JK.
Yeah, JK. Jeez, what? There's the fucking NyQuil again.
Yeah.
JK.
JK Dobbins.
I think Ezekiel, he can fucking produce. I just don't know. He's just going to be there, Trevor. Second, third string, maybe a couple rushes here and there. Nothing big.
Yeah.
Not a big workload. He doesn't know the playbook.
So like a 1 or a 2.
Yep.
I was thinking.
Yeah, I give him a 2.
He's not gonna do jack shit.
No.
I mean, Christ, I think he's the first. What is it in his first 8 or 9 seasons? First running back to have his yards decline every single year.
Yeah.
All the way down.
Yeah.
All the way down. His best season was his rookie season.
Yeah.
And it's been downhill literally ever
Yeah.
since.
Yeah. Fuck him.
That bowl he's eating too much. He ate too much. Yeah.
He's eating pieces of the fucking bowl now. There's no cereal.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's done licking the milk off the sides of the bowl. He's got to chew the glass.
Yeah.
Not good. I mean, I'm not a dietitian or a nutritionist or anything, but I would presume glass is not good, or ceramic is not good for your insides.
No.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Good shit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, will their New Year's resolutions come true? Ohio State fans hopes that Ryan Day will keep his job and win a national championship.
4.
I was thinking 6.
Okay.
Yeah, about a 6.
I hate Ohio State.
I know. They're the odds-on favorite, though, and if you've been watching them, they're just blew by Tennessee. They blew by Oregon. Those weren't even games.
Right.
Those weren't even games. So
Right.
what are they going to do to Texas? I don't know.
Yeah.
If they absolutely just blow by Texas, then
Concerning.
Very concerning for whichever of my teams makes a national championship.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm hoping this one does.
Right.
But Penn State makes it, I'm not too upset either.
No.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's like one of the highest level win-wins I've had in sports. I mean, totally honest. One of my teams makes a national championship.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. I like it.
Hell.
I like it a lot. But yeah, that's all I got for on a scale of 1 to 10. Will their New Year's resolution come true? One of those probably one time a year segments that we'll do around this time of year. And if you made a New Year's resolution, please stick to it. Don't succumb to Quitters Friday, which is not this coming Friday, but the following.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's exercising more, whether it's improving your relationships, we wish you well. We wish you well in your New Year's resolutions.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But and that okay.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing are we looping back to we're doing the season predictions, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You don't have a drop for that, do you? You just have a banner.
Yeah, banner. Yeah.
Got you.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can just I'll try the share screen thing too.
Shit. Yeah, no, I just got a fucking banner. Shit. All right.
Oh yeah. No, that's all right. Yeah.
We'll have that for the finale.
Finale.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do pre-playoffs here. Playoff field is set. And then we're going to do post-playoffs to kind of see how our brackets shook out. We're not going to make a new and updated bracket. We're just going to see how our brackets at the beginning of the season phased out. So, and if y'all remember, before the season, for however many weeks we did it, we took a couple teams, went through their schedules, win-loss, tried to get as close to 500 as possible, made divisions out of it, made predictions. And that's what I got on this beautiful Excel sheet here, if I can figure out how to share the screen here. It's making me go through a couple things. Give me 1 second. There we go. So let's see how wrong we are. And I didn't really make notes or anything on this, but let's just kind of go down the line here. One of the things we really, really missed right out of the gate.
Yeah.
The Jets. You had them winning. I had them winning their division, the AFC East. You had them at 9-8. They finished 5-12.
Jesus Christ. Who would have thought?
God Almighty.
Oh.
That's horrible. We were pretty well off on Miami too. New England we got about right. You had them at 5-12. I had them at 4-13. So we were pretty dead on there. Buffalo, we underestimated.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did not realize that, without the weapons, big mouths to feed. Stephon Diggs gone. Josh Allen can just be Josh Allen, huck the ball all over the yard, as long as the receivers catch it, and as long as you got a good run game with James Cook. lo and behold, leads them to a division title, which you had. I did not. You actually had them dead on, 12-5.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to say you had them dead on. Let me see.
God damn it. Oh, Trevor. I hate the team so much. And
No, I get it. Or excuse me, they were 13-4. They were 13.
okay, that's good. Thank God. Thank you.
Yeah. So you were off, but you weren't that far off.
That's fine.
Moving over to the AFC North, Cincinnati did not even make the playoffs, let alone win the AFC North.
Yeah.
So I was off on that. You were actually a little bit closer than me. 9-8 record. You had them at 10-7. You did have Pittsburgh going 13-4. They went 10-7. Baltimore won 12 games, I believe.
Okay.
Let me just lay that real quick once again. Yeah, 12-5. Beat the Steelers out by a couple games.
Yeah.
Indianapolis, man. Horrible. And we thought Jacksonville and Tennessee were going to be mediocre. They were god-awful.
Terrible.
Yeah, I actually had the Colts in their proper place, third in that division. Similar record. Houston, we were a little bit short on from what I see. Yeah, we both had them at 11-6. Believe they ended up 10-7. Yeah. For reference, I'm kind of clicking back and forth between the standings.
Yeah. No, it's good. I can follow. Yeah.
Yeah, but still going on down through Denver.
Yeah,
Denver. We did not. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No.
Sean Payton, Bo Nix. Come on. Especially after the Steelers beat him 13-6. I'm like, okay, they ain't going to do jack shit. Sean Payton's going to be first coach fired, and we're going to be done here.
Yeah.
Not to be so.
No.
Not to be so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you didn't get right your first coach fired bid.
Yeah.
That was Robert Saleh. The next guy was Dennis Allen.
I totally forgot about. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. We'll get to him here in a second. KC winning the West. We were dead on there. Not with the record, but in terms of them winning the West. Chargers, we actually had pretty close to right. You had them at 11 you had them at 10-7. I had them at 11-6. And they finished 11-6. Broncos finished 10-7. The Raiders finished 4-13. So we were both a little bit off on there. Well, you not as much as me. You had them at 5-12.
No shit. Okay.
And I remember we had Cole Peterson on here, and I want to see where did he have his Las Vegas Raiders? Here we go. Oh, he had them at 5-12. It looks like.
Damn.
Yeah. So you two were equally as nice to the Raiders. I was a little bit too nice. Gave them 8 wins, and I didn't see Devontae leaving. I saw Minshew being a little bit more serviceable. It was not the case.
No. Who would have thought? I mean, really, this season.
No, yeah. I mean, you think Antonio Pierce, leader of men, good coach. He just got fired today.
Yeah. I mean, there's a script, Trevor, right? I fucking hate those people. There's no way they'd be academy.
I love how the NFL advertised it, though.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Moving on to the NFC East here, Dallas. Not good. We both had them at 11-6. I had them winning that division. God awful. And Billy, I had them at 10-7. You had them at 12-5. You were a little bit closer than I was. They ended up being 14-3. I mean, I didn't think Saquon was going to go that nuts.
No one. I don't think. Well, there's some
people might have.
I did not. I thought he had a good season.
Yeah, I thought he'd have a good season, but I thought they would regress a little bit. And Sirianni, his coaching prowess was coming into question a few times this season, and even preseason. So I'm like, see how this goes. And then, we were both dead wrong on Washington and Jaden Daniels. How about that? You had Washington 5-12.
Damn.
I had them at 6-11. I believe they finished 10-7. Or no, excuse me, 12-5. I was even 2 games off and where I thought they were.
Yeah.
That's how good they are, man. A
Yeah.
well-rounded unit with Dan Campbell and obviously probably rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels. Like, I knew he was going to be good. I knew he was pro-ready. I knew he was more pro-ready than Caleb. I didn't think he was that good.
Right. Right.
I mean, yeah, they won a couple games in lucky fashion. The Hail Mary against the Bears comes to mind, but still, 12-5.
Yeah.
New head coach, Dan Quinn, coming in there, getting the boys ready.
Blow the gates open, buddy. Damn.
Oh, blew the gates open, and they got the 5. I believe they got the 5 seed in the playoffs right now. It's either the 5 or the 6 because that NFC is just absolutely loaded.
Mm-hmm.
They're the 6 because the Vikings are the 5. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Vikings, 14-win team, got the 5 spot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And speaking of the Vikings, this is the team we were probably most wrong on. I had them getting 4 wins and being last in the AFC or the NFC North. You had them getting 5 wins and being last in the NFC North.
Damn.
And they won 14 games.
I had Green Bay at 2. Okay, holy shit. All right.
You had Green Bay about right. They finished with 11 wins. I had them below. I had 10-7. Finishing. We both had them finishing second in the division. Yep. We knew Detroit was going to win that division. It did come down to the last week. Did come down to last week, and Detroit. Flicked them. Flicked them off like a bug off their arm.
Yeah.
So got that all good to go. And then Chicago, they were, to quote Dennis Green, they are who we thought they were.
Yeah, not good.
They are who we thought they were. And they finished, they finished 5-12. They were 4-2 at one point this season.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wheels completely fell off the wagon with Eberflus and Williams and wasn't
disaster.
Wasn't fun.
No.
I'd call a timeout, but I don't know how to call one.
Idiot. Dumb.
He deserved to get fired after that.
Yes.
Rightfully so. But yeah. Moving into the NFC South. We both were optimistic on Atlanta. I had them getting double-digit wins, 10-7. You had them at 11-6. We were hyped on Kirko Chains, maybe Kyle Pitts having a good year, and the defense actually, getting some semblance of sacks rather than being bottom of 3 in the league in sacks. They finished, unfortunately, at an 8-9 clip. Tampa Bay took that division again.
Yeah.
Third year in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield, once again, headed to the playoffs and headed there as a 3 seed.
Yeah.
They will face off against the Commanders. Jaden Daniels versus Baker Mayfield.
Jesus.
That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be very, very fun. Going to enjoy that quite a bit. But yeah, we both had Tampa Bay, or I had Tampa Bay at 9-8. You had them at 8-9. And neither of us had them squeaking into the playoffs.
Hell yeah.
New Orleans. They are who we thought they were.
Yep.
They are who we thought they were. You had them at 3-14, though. You were a little bit less optimistic.
Yeah.
They rounded out the season with 5 wins.
Damn.
Yeah. And Carolina, we are who they thought they were. They also finished 5-12.
Damn.
I had them, you had them at 6. I think I had them at 4. I will say, though, Bryce Young.
Oh, he came on.
Yeah, he looked good. Gave the Chiefs a run for their money in the game that I watched.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be okay.
He's serviceable. Yeah, they got to give him a chance.
For now. Yeah, they got to give him some more time to develop, I guess, which wasn't, not ideal, but.
Right.
And, the NFC West. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
I had them at 12-5. You had them at 13-4. They ended up finishing 6-11, obviously missing out on the playoffs with a dreadful 1-5 division record.
Jesus.
Horrible. Was it just the injury bug for them? Can we just point to that and say, hey,
Yeah,
this is
I
what
think
happened?
it was.
Okay.
I do.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that. I mean, Debo probably could have been better.
Yep.
Brock Purdy probably could have been a better decision maker. He was a better decision maker in 2023 than he was this year.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to overcome some adversity in his career.
Yes.
So, yeah, but I would say chalk about, I'd say, I don't know, 65, 70% of that up to the injury bug. Yeah, I see his comment. I saw it. Yeah, you think that's fair though? Like about 70% of that on the injury bug? I can.
All day, Trevor.
Yeah, I can live with that. If not more. Some people might say more. I'd say, you still got to find a way to win games. I mean, Detroit's entire defense is out. They finished with 15 wins.
Correct.
So, best team in the NFL. And then the Rams, we both had them at 9-8. We actually both had the Rams and Seattle at 9-8. And I know Seattle finished 9-8. They unfortunately missed out. Or no, they finished 10-7, missed out in the playoffs. Rams also finished 10-7, so we were pretty dead on with those guys. Yeah. And Rams ended up taking the division and the tiebreaker over Seattle. Seattle just missing out on the 7th seed, losing out to the Packers, who were 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
So, bit of a bummer for them.
Yeah.
But, neither of us had the Rams winning that division. So our logic was correct. We just didn't take into account the San Francisco factor with that division. Yep. And then Arizona showed some decent progress this season at times. Marvin Harrison could have been better. He was still pretty good. Kyler Murray could have been better. Still, somewhat decent. Trey McBride, all-world tight end, finished 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
Finished 8-9 on the season. And we both had him at about 6-11. So in our eyes, they overachieved. So, good for them.
Yeah.
And as it stands, this is the AFC playoffs that I had: Cincinnati, Kansas City, Houston, the Jets, Baltimore, Buffalo, and the Chargers.
Jesus.
This team's not in. This team, Houston barely won their division.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm literally like live grading this right now like a teacher. Kansas City got the 1 seed. Houston's in there. Baltimore, Buffalo, and the Chargers are in there. Then who am I missing? Ravens, Texans. Oh, the Broncos. Yeah. Yep. Yes, I'm missing the Broncos and the Steelers.
Yep.
So Denver, Pittsburgh. I was missing those two. Over to the NFC. My top 2 seeds didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus.
Detroit got the 1 seed. Atlanta missed. My God, man. Then Philadelphia, Green Bay, and the Rams all got in. Now, let's see. Let's see who I'm missing. Tampa, Minnesota, and Washington. Yep. Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Washington. Oh, man. Not that great. Not that great. Could have been better.
Yeah.
Could have been better. And why did I doubt Dan Campbell, man? Why did I do that?
But last season, yeah, you were all in. I don't know.
Yeah. And then I was like, I think they're going to be 11-6. And they're 15-2.
Right.
Let's see how you did.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Pittsburgh made it. Buffalo made it. Kansas City made it. In your top 5 seeds, they made it. Just in different seeding. Indianapolis, Cincinnati, unfortunately, missed out. They were in the hunt for a while. And let's see who you're missing. Did you not pick? No, you had Baltimore in here. Oh, Denver, of course. And I don't think you didn't have the Chargers in here, did you?
No.
You did not. So your AFC West. You only had. Oh, excuse me. You only had one AFC West team getting in there, that being the Chiefs.
Mhm.
See, smart guy. You're a smart guy.
Yeah, we'll see
Detroit.
here.
Yeah, Detroit is the top seed.
Yeah.
Good for you.
San
Good for you,
Francisco,
buddy.
though. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, they missed out. Atlanta missed out. Dallas missed out. So we both went 4 for 7 in the NFC.
Yeah.
Your odd-numbered NFC seeds made it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see who you're missing here. Oh, yeah, you're missing Washington. Let's see. I think, were you missing the Rams? No, you had the Rams. Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Green Bay? No, you had Green Bay. What didn't you have in here?
Minnesota, I think, for sure.
Oh, Tampa. Yeah. So that's what you missed out on.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All in all, not horrible.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. That was.
Yeah, same here. You know,
Yeah.
I did more research for this season than I did any other season. And I had to, kind of cross-reference that with what I was going to do in fantasy. And
yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty good. I had a good fantasy season. Oh, congratulations to you in fantasy, by the way.
Fucking guy. Dude, that kid, he came out of the shadows, man.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. Well, half your team got hurt too.
CD going down. Trevor, I said, you know what? It's all right.
Yeah. Take a knee. Take your second place prize.
Yeah.
And as the Beatles said, let it be.
Let it be. No, that was fun.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed. I enjoyed this too. We'll definitely have to do this again next year. And of course, we'll see how these brackets shake out as well.
Jesus.
If I would have been a little bit more prepared, I would have said, hey, maybe let's make one. But I'm also in a pool for a couple of these, so I didn't want to do it live on the air and then have people take my answers. So
yep,
we'll just leave it as it is, and we'll evaluate at the very end of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the NFL season predictions semi-finale. We will do the finale post Super Bowl because we're going to need something to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be football quite as much. So we'll just criticize ourselves and see how well we did or how not well we did in picking these playoffs. So picking these playoffs all the way back in August and September.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
All I got, my friend. So we're moving on to debate time. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and we got a drop this time.
Do have a drop.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? I fucked up on the music this time, but that's all right.
No, it's fine. Is it that loud shit?
Right.
No, it's fine.
All right, I just missed the fucking drum ending. But anyways, another segment of debate time. Only 3 questions. Trevor has one. Be a man. Question. Any debate questions, Trevor?
For me, I just have the be a man one.
Be a man. Okay.
If I come up with something on the fly, I'll let you know.
Yeah. First one here. Jayden Daniels is for sure winning the Rookie of the Year offensive player.
Yeah, I think that's a lock at this point.
I've seen speculation. I forget the other kid they thrown out there.
Bo Nix, maybe.
Bo, he's come on strong, Trevor, but Jayden Daniels. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was consistent pretty much all season.
Yeah,
had his dry periods. I think they lost 3 games in a row at one point, but overcame adversity, went 12-5, and now they're in a prime playoff position. So Let me look up the odds on that, though. And you can say the next question, and I can come back to it.
Yeah. Weiss, Bo Nix, man. He's hot right now in the hobby, too. But
I imagine his cards are probably going to go for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Pretty much the opposite of George Pickens' cards right now.
Yeah. No, Jaden Daniels is this year's CJ Stroud. But
Yep.
Yeah. What is your go-to, because I am under the weather, what is your go-to food when you are sick? What do you got to have, Trevor?
Oh, shit. Do they not have Rookie of the Year odds on here anymore?
Oh.
No, they don't have Rookie of the Year odds on FanDuel anymore, so I'm guessing that's a lock for Jaden. But go-to food when I'm sick?
Yes.
Ooh. I usually just kind of like hammer the fluids.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part. But if I had to pick one, just good old-fashioned chicken noodle soup with some sea salt on it. Preferably chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Chunky soup. Cleanses the palate. The broth just kind of cleans out the throat. It's kind of it's an oldie but a goodie in terms of food when you're sick.
Yeah. No. I gotta have
either that or I will say as a drink too. I like tea.
Tea. Yeah.
Tea.
I'd say that, and I gotta have honey.
Honey's good.
Fuck it is, but I am obsessed with honey. But I feel like shit. On toast, spoonfuls, it doesn't matter. But well, the Chiefs win another Super Bowl this year. I think this is probably going to be the longest.
Who's going to stop them?
Pittsburgh Steelers. No, Lions.
In the Super Bowl?
I really want it to happen.
I mean, the ideal Super Bowl would be, what is it, like Lions, Bills, or like Bills and Vikings?
Yeah. Now, if it's the Bills and the Vikings, they might win, Trevor. Bills might win the Super Bowl.
Vikings could win that too.
I feel like they're just there. No offense to Viking fans. That's a franchise. I don't really care what's going on with them. It's no offense to them.
I mean, both teams that have had shit luck in the Super Bowl.
Small market, maybe. Smaller market.
Smaller. Yeah. Two of the best fan bases in
the NFL.
Skull Vikings and Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Literally baptizing their babies by putting them through tables. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, if Hurts plays, I think he will as well. I think the backups are just filling in once for him to get healthy. So I'm assuming he's going to play.
Again, hobby. I'm not sold on him.
Jalen Hurts?
No. Not.
I'd say it's him and Lamar Jackson, best dual threats in the game right
now. Oh, Joshy.
It's close. It's close. Well, right now, yeah. Right now, probably Josh. But.
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought guy built like Big Ben is competing with the likes of Lamar Jackson? I mean, that's in itself. I don't know. I just kind of bask in that and be like, he doesn't look athletic at all, Trevor. But when you see him, no, Allen.
No, I know.
He looks like a dad. I don't know if anybody's seen beach photos. I don't know how he does it.
Looks like more of a dad than Patrick Mahomes in that one. I forget when it. The photo that I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. His gut was bigger than mine.
Yeah.
But he's throwing footballs and being married to Brittany Mahomes and buying big ass houses, and I'm here on a podcast. So
yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah. But no, that's all I had. I was gonna come up with more, but the wheels were not turning tonight. So
no, that's quite okay. And I did kind of come up with one it ties into a tangent that we went on.
Yep.
Will Lamar Jackson's rushing record for quarterbacks ever be broken? And I kind of did that one impromptu. So let me get some statistics on this. The statistics, the analytics.
It's like 1205, 1305, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So Lamar has 6173 on 1,014 attempts in 103 games, which is 40 games less than Michael Vick when he set his record.
For career.
Oh yeah, okay. career.
Okay.
Yeah. Will that ever be broken? Joshy's at 111 games, but he's only at 41, 42 for rushing yards. You know, he's more of a passer than Lamar is. Although Lamar's having a fantastic passing season as well. So.
I don't know. And when I say I don't know, I got to see where the rules are.
Okay. Like in terms of hitting the quarterback, or in terms of like what quarterbacks come through the system?
That, and I feel like there has to be a trust built. Like Josh, I think it was his first or second season. He got knocked the fuck out, Trevor.
No, I remember.
On that one run, and I was like, oh, okay. They pulled the reins back a little bit, and then he's like, fuck it. And then we have all these fucking Josh Allen clips that he's
literally been doing that ever since. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's state of the rules and also how much they want to protect the guy. Because I think there's some guys in the league right now that could, break some off. But I think that the organization's like, hey.
But in terms of schematically using him regularly in the rush.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
Well, even Vic was, a lot of his runs, they weren't designed. So.
Oh, fuck no. You just take off.
Yeah, you just take off. Pockets collapsing, run.
He's throwing it in the left hand. He's just fucking booking it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, holy shit. Yeah. Looking like
Lamar
a running back.
Lamar sometimes does the same thing, but that option offense, Ravens utilize that better than anyone else in the league. So.
Yeah. Nuts. Good shit. Good fucking shit.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of guys in college that can maybe do it, but like Lamar Jackson was the most deliberately used quarterback in the run game, other than like Army Navy, those like triple option offenses. Which, no offense to those gentlemen, I appreciate them serving our country, but they're probably not going to be NFL quarterbacks,
right?
And used in the run like Lamar Jackson is, nor are they they definitely. I would say definitely more disciplined, but just the unbridled talent that Lamar Jackson is. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that's a good one there, Trevor.
Jaden Daniels rush yards. Let me get a look at that. I'm actually kind of curious right now because a lot of his, again, weren't necessarily designed. He just kind of had to take off. Oh, he was actually the leading rusher with 891 yards. I didn't realize he had that much.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah, 891 rushing yards.
Damn.
And he played, 891 in all 17 games. Let me do some quick math on a calculator over here. 891 divided by 17, that's about 52 a game. And Lamar has around 60 a game.
Damn.
So, even then, even Jaden Daniels has a 6-yard pace to go, but he's also got to sustain it over years and years.
Right. No, that's impressive. Good shit. Good shit, Trevor.
Still. And last but not least, our Be a Man question of the week. And Billy actually, he helped inspire this one, kind of got the thought train going with this. What?
I said, sure.
Sure. Well, I'm giving you credit. Just say thank you.
Thank you.
With our Buckle Up with the Boys Be a Man question of the week, what is the best New Year's resolution to help improve your relationships? And you can pick familial, whether it's with your significant other, with nieces and nephews, whatever. You can hone in on one, or you can kind of generalize.
Just shut the hell up and listen.
That's a good one.
I'm living by that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Just let's look at everything here, and do we really need to lose our shit? Is it really?
Probably not.
Or could we just mildly lose our shit? We've been going with the mild side here. Now, last night, PlayStation, it came out a little bit.
It did.
I did my put some of this fucking calming lotion on my hands and smelled it. We're good now. We're good.
Have cocoa.
That might have been. I don't know. That might have got me sick. I woke up today. Maybe I'm not going to do that.
Maybe you don't put the lotion on tonight.
Yeah, maybe. Shit. But yeah, that's my New Year's resolution.
I got you.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, I got you. Something I've been honing in on lately, especially over the holidays, with being surrounded by family all the time, and sometimes you don't get to see everybody.
Yeah.
But I focus more on the quality of the interactions that I had with people rather than the amount of people that I talked to. So just being in the moment and being present with people. Making eye contact with them, like you said, listening to them, paying attention to the conversation, or if you're playing a video game together, or if you're doing a podcast together, whatever you're doing together, just make sure you're present and in the moment and you make the most out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that'll kind of forge a lot of bonds, whether it's with your significant other, whether it's with your brother, sister, aunt, uncle, mother, father. I went the generalist route, but that's genuinely how I feel. Another thing I've been trying to put into practice.
Really, you see the guys that have been in a marriage for 10 plus years, 20 plus. These are the answers you get. This is Weiss. Dad.
He's not being sarcastic there, is
no, probably not.
Okay,
Weiss, I don't know. I don't know what's.
No, good.
We've never talked about
genuine,
that side. Just really cardboard.
Totally get that.
Shit.
Good on you, Jeff. Good on you.
Fuck. Weiss, text me after. Fuck. All right. Trevor, anything else for the folks? Wow.
That's all I got, my friend. Hopefully everyone had a great holiday season with loved ones. Hopefully it was a good Christmas. I know a lot of people are battling through some illnesses. A bug was seemingly floating around Elk County for most of the Christmas season.
Yeah.
But hopefully the Lord Jesus brought you some blessings on that day, and hopefully he continues to do that through the new year. So God bless everybody, and
God
go
bless.
Irish.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Yeah, but no, hey, we appreciate you guys as always. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. Another episode next Tuesday at 8. We'll be putting on clips. If you did not want to watch the whole episode, which why the hell wouldn't you? But if you didn't, we'll be putting our clips on TikTok and Instagram. And I got to get it on the Facebook page as well. But that's where we're primarily at for the, the hot takes from our episodes every week. Make sure to tell your weird neighbor, your grandma, your friend, whoever the hell enjoys sports, send them our way. Also, if there's we're going to be looking into getting guests on here. Me and Trevor have talked about it. There's a couple guys I did not send that Google Doc yet. I have to do that. But if there's someone you want to hear their story, or you found interesting and you feel their story is worth hearing, everybody's story is worth hearing. But you get what I'm saying, folks. But yeah, send it our way or send it to Trevor's socials. Vice versa, it does not matter. But again, all gas, no brakes, and this was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Oh shit! Okay, let's get it.
Feel better, Billy. Feel better.
Yeah, wait,
okay?
we're gonna get. Hold on.
We got it. There we go. You got it.
You're fine.
I gotta end the